Hello and welcome to July's edition of What the Heck is Going On in the Denver Housing Market. If you're new to my monthly market update series, my name is Torrey Drake. I'm a local Denver realtor, and every month I summarize and simplify what is going on in our housing market. So whether you're considering buying or selling, my intent is to give you the information you need to make the most informed decision you can and rock and roll and win, whatever winning looks like for you if you're buying or selling. Now, I am in the middle of moving right now, and my microphone I usually have, so if the audio is a little wonky, that would be why. So forgive me for that. Next month it'll be back to normal. So I'm going to pull up a couple charts, and I'm going to break down what the numbers are. So if you love numbers, you're going to love that. If you're like, oh my God, I hate numbers, to tell me what they mean, I'm going to do that too. So I'm going to give you the numbers, then I'm going to boil it down and simplify what it actually means for you. So don't freak out when you see a couple charts here, because I want to show you where I'm getting my information from. Okay, so this is our June update, which we get in July. So this is July information here. And one of the most important things to note right out the gate, oh no, pen, is that we saw 1.33% appreciation. Not a lot of exciting numbers in terms of like sellers aren't like, oh my gosh, yay, 1.5%, that's so much. But what that does reflect is that we're in the middle of a really big slowdown here in Denver. Our showings are dropping off a whole lot just due to seasonality. It happens every year at this time, as you'll see in a moment. But despite that, despite there being so many less buyers in the market actually shopping, and despite inventory levels rising, so more homes for sale, less buyers to scoop those up, despite that, our housing prices remain really, really strong because buyers see the value in the home prices so long as you price it correctly. So we're talking a lot about buyers here. Let's talk about pending sales. That only went up about 1.5%. For contrast, a comparison, January through like January, March, April, January through April, we were seeing pending sales, which is buyers writing offers, going up like 10-20% per month. So the fact that we only saw 1.5% go up means there's a lot less buyers. So buyers, that means there's less competition. Yay, so you can take your time a little bit more when shopping for properties. There's not as much competition, but of course it does depend on your price bracket and the type of home you're shopping for. Of course, there's still plenty of homes that get really competitive in each price bracket. Now, sellers, we saw we'll round down, 16% less sellers jumping into the market. We have less buyers, less sellers, which happens every single year around this time because here in summer in Colorado, people love getting out, living their lives, and doing fun stuff. Now, the most important thing that is driving our housing market right now is this number right here, months of inventory. We'll round up to 28% from last month alone. Last year, comparing to July of last year, we have 70% more homes for sale. Now, if you're shopping for a car, let's just say, and there's 70% more options to choose from, you're going to do three things. Number one, you're going to look at a lot more options. Number two, you're going to be a lot more picky about getting as many things on your wish list as you can get. Then number three, when you do find the one you want, you're going to be more willing to most likely negotiate, unless it's special circumstances. And that is what buyers are doing right now in our housing market. They're looking at a lot more properties. They're not looking at one or two. Most are looking at multiple houses, so it's taking a little longer for homes to sell and for buyers to write offers. Number two, they're being pickier about the homes that they will actually write offers on because they want more of their wish list. Since there's more homes to choose from than the third one, they are being more willing to ask for price reductions if it's a little overpriced. However, as we can see here, despite 70% more listings, housing prices are remaining strong here in Denver. Now, median days to sell 12. That increased by 33%. It was 9 days last month, so it's taking longer to sell properties. But on average, homes are still selling quickly. So a seller, if you price correctly, you still should expect a quick sale for around your asking price if you're priced correctly. And if you're a buyer, once again, you do have time. But if you truly love the house and you know it's the right one, don't sleep on it because, once again, homes are still selling quickly. Now, I'm going to come down here. You know what? We're gonna skip this. I want to show you two charts, which is pending sale. So that was everything I just talked about is where our market is at literally right now today. Let's talk about where I think it's gonna go the next few months. And it's not based on what I think is gonna happen. It's gonna be based on what literally 10 years of data shows us for buyers and for sellers. Here are the buyers. pending sales. This goes back to 2015. I'm not going to zoom in, just trust me on the numbers here. And I love this chart because it shows how cyclical our market is when we have the most amount of buyers writing offers. We peak basically around April or June every single year. And as you can see, we are peaking a little early this year. If we come over here, just this one on the far right, you can see that we're already starting to drop off just a little bit. So our selling season is being cut short a little bit just by our buyer demand being strained because of rising interest rates and now seasonality. This is when we always, as you can now see, we always see our showings and offers start to decline in the summer months. So that's when all those declines are. It's around that June to August time frame. Ours is coming a little early since the Fed raised interest rates. So I think next month we're going to continue to see that number start to inch down slower and slower as we go into summers and holidays. Now, new listings for buyers. This is your inventory. This is your homes to choose from. For sellers, this is your competition. We, once again, cyclical, past 10 years, we can see we have the most amount of listings, shocker, shocker, around that April, May, June, July timeframe. That's when we have the most amount of buyers writing offers and buying homes. So it's when the most amount of sellers are like, I want to sell my house. Now, what's funny about this is it actually got cut off a little early. It was shooting up. I suspect the reason it's coming back down already, and a lot of sellers were like, never mind, I don't want to sell, is because we actually saw about a 1 or 2% depreciation last month because we just had a huge amount of buyers drop off due to number one, seasonality, number two, interest rates. So I think sellers got caught wind of that pretty quickly, and a lot just decided not to sell their home and maybe wait to next spring or something like that. So going into the rest of the year, I think we're going to continue to see buyers dropping off just a little bit and also sellers dropping off just a little bit. I do suspect we're going to see a healthy and normal amount of depreciation in housing prices. For Denver, that might be, I don't know, 1/4 to 0.5% a month, every other month. It really depends on quite a few factors that I won't go into here, but I think we're going to start to see housing prices stay steady through the rest of the year. If you guys have any questions on what it looks like to buy or sell a home in your market or your area, your price point, you want something hyper specific to your neighborhood or the type of home you're shopping for, my contact information is below. I'd love the opportunity to see if it makes sense for us to consider working together, and if it doesn't, cool. If you just like my videos, awesome. I appreciate you watching either way, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe. See you on the next one.